Emergency times call for emergency actions. It comes in from a saying that desperate moments call for desperate actions. Welcome to the United Matters channel. Ten Hag has gone ahead to cut Lisandro Martinez's holiday short with the Argentina national team. He has called him to return to Carrington. I'm going to let you know why that emergency call has gone ahead to be made by Erik Ten Hag. And Bruno Fernandez also has gone ahead to really get a boost of rest, as the Portuguese national team has gone ahead to tell him that please, you are going to be given some days off. Now it's up to Man United to make a decision on whether you return early enough to Manchester or not. And lastly, Mainoo has been given a cape for making his debut for the side of England. And yesterday went ahead and obviously brought you a video of how he went ahead to really perform very well against Brazil, though they lost by 1-0. Smashed like button close to 300 times. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and I hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. Now it's a Sunday, Palm Sunday, and you know what really happened. It's a day when Jesus entered Jerusalem. For the Muslims, we wish you a happy month of Ramadan, and the Christians, happy Palm Sunday. Continue to subscribe because you know the figure that you want to hit, and it's all about us hitting that magic number of 17,000 subscribers, and let's really take it on. I know we are left with few, but we are really taking long to really clinch that number. Please subscribe and let's celebrate that milestone of 17,000 subscribers before the end of today. Now let's start it off with Lisandro Martinez, who was given green light to go ahead and retrain with the Argentina national team. Now, we've been told by Ryan of the United Stand, you know, he's really one of those that is close to the side of Man United. He has told us that Lisandro Martinez will fly back to Manchester this weekend. He's progressing well and can have a full week of training at Carrington ahead of a potential return against Brentford next Saturday. Still no pressure on him, but recovery is going according to plan. That is Lisandro Martinez for you. Now, this is like an emergency call for me because I think he would have gone ahead to stay and will return around Wednesday, you know. But one will look at an aspect that the club of Man United wants to see exactly how his 1 week away from Carrington has gone ahead, obviously add a lot of value to his improvement, because we've gone ahead to see to it that he has been training with the Argentina national team, and the group training, those tackles, and the way he went ahead obviously be in those ball passing practices, and that shows that his knee has totally gone ahead to heal and he's ready to come in through to do the job for the club of Manchester United. It's really happy that an emergency call has been made by the club of Man United, because they believe that they should start preparing for the game of Brentford, Chelsea and Liverpool on time, and see to it that he really gets on well. And I'm really one of those few. I don't know whether there are many others like me who think that Lisandro Martinez shouldn't be played in the game of Brentford. I really want him to play, but I think in the game of Brentford he should come in through and really play the last 20 minutes, right? Then on Thursday, then he comes in through to play against Chelsea and Liverpool, because those are the most important games that we need to obviously come in and really have him. We can beat Brentford without Lisandro Martinez. I tell you this. We can beat them without Lisandro Martinez, though last time when we played them at their stadium, they went ahead to annihilate us by 4-0. Something that's not going to be the case this time round when you obviously go ahead and really play against them. But it looks like there is something, it's something emergent that has gone ahead to really do happen, to see to it that they cut short his holiday to come in through and really play for and do his work at the club of Man United. And maybe they just wanted him to spend a week there to feel at home with his fellow Argentine national team players, to see to it that helps in his healing. And after that 1 week, they've told him that please fly back to Manchester. And I think Lisandro will be excited for having gone ahead to be playing for the side of Argentina. Remember, Argentina beat El Salvador by 3-0, and I think they're going to be playing, is it Panama, right? They're going to be playing Panama, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. Then the likes of Alejandro Garnachos will return back on time. And Argentina is playing. Did they play one game? 27th, right? Meaning that on Tuesday night, they are going to be playing against Costa Rica, and then they will return to the side of each player will return to his respective side, and that shows you that they are not going to play any international game again until the 14th of June when the season is done. Remember, the season is getting done after the Champions League final that's going to be played on 1st June. So for Lisandro Martinez, he has all what it takes to return, and the manager has called for him to return and join the other players at Old Trafford that will remain there charging up for the games. But I wouldn't like us to hurry him because we are having very, very vital games where we need him. The game of Arsenal, the game of Liverpool, the game of Chelsea. You understand? We need him here. And we need to see him play into the finals of the FA Cup. So, if you really have your best player back, you don't have to hurry him. One thing I trust about Erik ten Hag is that he knows how to cater around his players. He knows it very well, especially when you saw how Harry Maguire returned and played like 40 minutes in the game of Man City, so in the game of Liverpool versus Man United in the FA Cup. Then when he went to the national team of England, he had a chat with Gary Southgate, and he told him that Harry Maguire shouldn't play more than 70 minutes. And around the 67th minute, he was taken off, and is it Webster came on through, and he's the man that was responsible for the mistake he did, and it resulted into a goal that Endrick went ahead to score at that stadium that is Wembley. So it's really good, really, really, really good about the game of football, and nothing is going to really stop us from seeing the Butcher, Licha back in action very, very soon. So we wait and see what is the reason for him returning early enough. As he gonna hit obviously get a little bit of a knock. We wait and see what the reason is. After that, other players like Bruno Fernandez have also been granted chance to see to it that he returns to Man United, and he has gone ahead to play only one game. Obviously, he had to be playing one game because there is no way you play him 2 games of Portugal, yet Cristiano Ronaldo has not been part of any of those 2 games. Having gone ahead to play 120 minutes, Bruno looked like he was injured, and he kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. So the manager of Portugal has been understanding enough, and he had to send 6 of the players back. You know, Bruno Fernandez, the 2 players of Man City, Bernardo Silva and Luis Diaz, there for you. Is it João Cancelo? And very many other 6 players were sent, and amongst those 6 was the captain of Man United, Bruno Fernandes, who played against Sweden, scored 1 goal and put in an assist. And we've been told by Goal that Captain Bruno Fernandes has been given permission by the Portuguese head coach to leave the camp early after playing 90 minutes in the 5-2 friendly win. And therefore, Bruno has more days to rest ahead of United's next game against Brentford. And he's resting now in Portugal. And I went ahead to read a certain story that Bruno Fernandes Man United has told Bruno Fernandes that he returned on the same date with other players of Man United that are playing into or are playing for their different national teams, right? Because I know most of them are going to return either Wednesday or Thursday. So Bruno Fernandes really has some ample time. But for the professionalism I'm going to know about Bruno Fernandes, he might not even take that long. He might find himself returning even before all that, and he will be like, I have to come out and represent for my team. That is it. So as it stands for me, I think that's good for Bruno Fernandes having some rest, because he last played on, is it Friday, right? I think Thursday. Now he's rating Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if at all he gets like 7 days of rest, those will be enough for him to charge for the next do or die 12 games for the club of Man United. When I say 12, I mean the 10 Premier League games, the semi-final of the FA Cup because you're playing Coventry, and the final because I know, like it or not, we should beat Coventry City. There is no way You don't say that you are hungry enough to get in a trophy that you missed out last season on the final when you cannot knock out Coventry City. If you lose to Man City in the semi-final, anyone will say, all right, it's okay for you to lose against Man City. But for me, losing to Chelsea and Coventry, it's no big deal. We should be beating these teams and finding either Man City or Chelsea in the final of the FA Cup that is going to be played, I think, towards the end of the month of May. So we wait and see how that really pans out. But it's really very important to note that Bruno Fernandez is getting those rests. And I really like it when these players really get rested. Like, for example, Marcus Rashford went ahead to play 120 minutes against Liverpool. He was played only 16 minutes in the game of... He was played only 16 minutes in the game of Brazil, where England lost by 1-0. I was excited about that, and I prefer him not to start again. Let him come in through and really play some minutes, or else he'll play like 45. Then Anthony Gordon comes in through to play the other half, and I just like that. I love it, and it's really gonna be working out well for us. So that's really good. I saw Victor Lindelof. I think he's going to be completing his minute also against Sweden. Lisandro. So, no, please. Rasmus Hojlund yesterday, Denmark went ahead to play against live score. Denmark was playing against Switzerland of Granit Xhaka, and he went ahead to play. I saw to it that they really fouled him a lot to an extent that I really felt perturbed a little bit, that what is the aim of these players? What was the aim of these players? We are really attacking him left, right, and center. And when you look at Rasmus Hojlund, he played 83 minutes. Those were really many, so many. And I think it was not all that good to be played all those minutes as a player who is coming in from injury. And I think Ten Hag is going to be fuming with the manager of Denmark, telling him, please, how come go off the agreement, because they had agreed the number of minutes supposed to play. And we wait and see how Rasmus Hojlund fares up in their next game of Sao Tome as he prepares to return. So Eriksen also played. I think Eriksen played 90 minutes. Let me check here. Eriksen played almost the entire game. So our players are really gonna be back in action. Then let's go to the man who made his debut for England, that is Mainoo, and he has gone ahead to be given his hat, and it's called the Commemorative Legacy Cape to mark his debut for England. So they've gone ahead to give it to him, and I think, let me try to give it to you in full here. Why is it doing this? Don't, please. So here it is. It's called the Commemorative Legacy Cape that marks his debut for the England national team. That is Mainoo for you, and that is really great for him as a player. I brought you everything he did. If I really want to see what his game was by numbers in that fixture, you can as well go into the video section and watch our last video that we recorded late in the night. That is Mainoo for you, coming up and strong for the side of Man United, and he's one of those that we anticipate he's gonna start in the next game they're going to be playing against Belgium, and that will be really great. In here onto the United Matters channel, your thoughts onto Ten Hag cutting Martinez holiday short are welcome in the comment section below. Is it an emergency call? For me, I've gone ahead to refer it to that, because in the initial plans he had to return around Tuesday or Wednesday with the likes of Alejandro Garnacho. And what do you make about Bruno Fernandez also given holiday? And lastly, commemorative cape given to Mainoo. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates.